Hi, my name's Andrew Halliday. I help people with severe anxiety and sleeping problems, insomnia, break that cycle so they can go to sleep, stay asleep, wake up in the morning feeling energized and refreshed, whereas at the moment they're not getting an inch of sleep. So today I'm going to go through that whole process, how you can break that anxiety so you can go to sleep. Make sure you stay towards the end where you can find out how to get on a discovery call with me. It's completely free, and I can walk you through what I can do to help you that is not working for you in the first place. And certainly if you want to share this with friends, anybody who's currently having any challenges and battling with anxiety, I see people who have had this problem for upwards of 2 years, 15 years, and sometimes their whole life, and they've tried everything. So please share that with them if you can. Okay, now I've got another YouTube that talks about the link between anxiety and insomnia. So I'm just going to assume that you do have insomnia and it is anxiety related insomnia. So there's not any other issues. So it's just purely that at night time you wake up and you're thinking about things, you can't get them out of your mind, and that's waking you up, stopping you from going to sleep. And when you wake up in the morning, you feel tired and fatigued because of your insomnia and the fact that you are thinking about certain things that play over and over in your mind. And there may be things that just happened on that day, things that might have happened a week ago, 3 years ago. It doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to be speaking just about that to start with. So the first suggestion I'm going to make is reverse engineer your day. If you are tired from not getting enough sleep and it is due to your anxiety, it's best to start planning your day from the end of the day back towards the start of the day. Your first priority is to start to get some sleep. You won't be able to function unless you get that sleep where you are going to sleep and you're getting enough rest. So it doesn't really matter what you're doing during the day. You must reverse engineer your day so you are focused in and relaxed and calm about the fact you are going to go to bed at a certain time and you work your day backwards. No use getting up in the morning or whatever time you're actually finally waking and then planning things that you're going to do during the day, when at night time all that's going to happen is you're going to try to go to sleep and you can't get to sleep. Your main priority, your main focus is actually to get to bed, and when you get to bed, go to sleep. The second part of this is plan to work out what you're going to do when you don't have a perfect sleep. And I'm not talking about the next day, what you can and can't do. I'm talking about when you wake up in the middle of the night, you need to have an effective plan and allow for an imperfect sleep. Now, the effective plan is not necessarily about getting back to sleep. It's about allowing for the fact that you're not going to sleep. And by being considerate to that thought, being considerate to the fact that things aren't going to go your way, then that will start to give you some comfort. It will not comfort you completely, but it will start to give you some comfort about the fact that you are not going to have a perfect sleep. Your anxiety will get worse if all you're worried about is not having any sleep. It's focusing more and more on the problem itself that you're not sleeping, and therefore agitating the problem in the first place. So it is really important that within your plan, part of it is just accepting you're going to have an imperfect sleep the way that you would like it. So be accepting that you'll get some sleep. Be accepting when you're completely exhausted or fatigued from being awake for so long, you'll eventually drift off to sleep. And already know that will happen at certain times throughout the night. You may be awake for a vast majority of it, but there'll be passages where you'll be asleep. So just allow for the fact that you'll be asleep for certain periods of time, and that is imperfect, and it will be imperfect until it starts to improve. Okay, so let's just face it, that you are currently experiencing a lot of stress related to the fact that you wake up exhausted, and then there's probably things you want to do and things you want to be, and that is going to cause some stress because you don't have the energy or the resources to do those things and become those things in the first place. So that will fuel any anxiety you have in the first place, that you're not living up to a certain expectation, or you want to be a certain thing, or you want to tick off a lot of things. The best thing you can do at this point is to clear the decks and remove the expectations on what you think a day should look like. Even though I said in the first slide that it's important to plan your day and reverse engineer it so that the focus is on sleep, that anything that's on your list of things to do, then completely scrap it. Scrap your list of things to do. Make your focus planning for your bedtime, planning to be relaxed, and anything you can slot in there is just a straight up bonus. Allow for bonus things, because then instead of making it a task, it is enjoyable. It is something that is a bonus. Isn't it a great way to feel like, rather than ticking things off on a list, you approach it with a different lens on, that you see your life different because it feels like it's a bonus. You don't have to achieve anything. Anything you do is a bonus. That's a very different perspective. It's a very different way that you normally approach things, but it'll feel different. And if it feels different, it will be energizing for you. If you feel like you've got a huge task list to get through, it will be exhausting. So clear the decks, remove the stress, and make it feel as if you have achieved something by making it a bonus, and it's just this fantastic little windfall that came upon you that never does, but in this case it does. This slide follows on slightly from the one before. Be aware of some unhealthy thoughts about expectations you're placing upon yourself. Sentences or thoughts that start in your head which include, I should be this or that, or I should have in the past been this or that. Just be aware of these thoughts, and if you have tried, which you probably have, yoga, meditation, breathing exercises, then you'll start to be, or you already are, aware of these thoughts that come into your head, and they fill your mind and your body with stress. Now, by focusing in on them, that gives them power. But if you are evolved enough to recognize that those expectations that you place on yourself by those thoughts are not helpful, then just allow them to flow through you. Allow them to just take place, notice them, and move them on. The second thing is let healthy thoughts fill your mind, your body, your lungs, and your heart. I know it's simple, but just let them fill you. Let them give you energy. Now, you've probably tried this as well, and if you try something and it hasn't worked, well, it's no good. That's not necessarily true. They are working in a way, but they don't give the result you're after. So do them not with the expectation of a result yet, but just feed your body healthy thoughts, because this is energy. It's life-giving to you. It helps you in a way that it doesn't necessarily solve your problem, but it helps you with the energy to be resourced enough to solve a problem. So keep feeding yourself positive thoughts to help you with that resource. Be okay in your skin and your life. Now, this is such a big and bitter pill to swallow, because how could it be okay to be in your skin when you're fatigued, you're tired, and you've got those thoughts racing around in your head? But let me just put it this way. By being okay in your skin and your life, that tension that's going on at the moment, that stress that's being created by wanting a better future but not getting it, and racing around and doing as much as you possibly can to try to get it, that in itself is creating more anxiety and more stress for you. When I work with someone, we explore some of those elements that help you be okay with what's happening at the moment. And then that releases the tension, that releases the stress and the friction, and then everything just absolutely dissolves and wipes itself. So I hope that you have got something out of this presentation. Everyone asks me at this stage, what is the best thing to do? Well, the best thing to do is to get on a discovery call with me. I can discuss with you what your challenges are, what you're actually going through, and believe me, I believe everything that you say is absolutely true, and what you're experiencing is absolutely unique. However, what you can do is solve it. There is a solution for this. So just click the link and I'll be able to get on a call with you and discuss your options so you can see how quickly and easily we can dissolve this, and it only takes one session to do. Okay, my name's Andrew Halliday. I help people with anxiety and insomnia issues to dissolve those issues and then just get the great night's sleep that you've been looking for. Looking forward to speaking to you.